Have you ever wondered if your arteries are silently clogging without you even knowing it? Blocked arteries don't always come with a warning sign until it's too late. But what if there was a simple at-home test that could give you a clue about your heart health right now? In today's episode of Live Healthy Every Day, I'm diving into the #1 best at-home test to detect signs of clogged arteries, along with subtle symptoms your body might be using to alert you. You don't need a hospital, lab, or fancy equipment, just a staircase, a few minutes of your time, and a willingness to listen to your body. So let's get started. Your heart will thank you. Clogged arteries, also known as atherosclerosis, are among the leading causes of heart attacks and strokes around the world. These blockages are caused by the buildup of plaque made up of cholesterol, fats, calcium, and other substances inside the arterial walls. Over time, this narrows the blood vessels, reducing blood flow to vital organs. The scary part? You might feel completely fine until one day you don't. That's why early detection is crucial. The sooner you identify signs of poor circulation or narrowed arteries, the better your chances of reversing damage through diet, lifestyle, and medical support. Let me introduce you to a powerful and surprisingly accurate method, the stair climbing test. This simple test was even highlighted in a recent study presented at the European Society of Cardiology, showing it can be a reliable way to check heart health without any machines. Here's how it works. Find a staircase with at least 4 flights or approximately 60 steps total. Start climbing at a steady, moderate pace, not running, but not stopping either. The goal is to climb all 60 steps in under 90 seconds, that's 1.5 minutes. If you can do that without chest tightness, shortness of breath, dizziness, or severe leg pain, then chances are your heart and arteries are functioning well, allowing oxygen-rich blood to move freely through your body. Warning signs to look for during or after the test: pressure or pain in the chest, unusual fatigue or breathlessness, burning or cramping in the legs, feeling lightheaded or dizzy. These could be early signs that your arteries are struggling to deliver enough oxygen and may already be partially blocked. This stair test works because it challenges your cardiovascular system, forcing your heart, lungs, and blood vessels to work together quickly. If there's a narrowed artery, even a small exertion like climbing stairs can reveal it. Think of it as a mini stress test you can do at home. In hospitals, patients undergo treadmill or chemical stress tests, which monitor heart performance under pressure. This stair climbing test mimics that, just without the machines. Your body often whispers before it screams. Here are some other signs you can watch out for right from home. First, leg pain while walking. If your legs cramp or hurt after walking short distances, and the pain disappears with rest, this could be a sign of peripheral artery disease, or PAD. PAD happens when arteries in the legs become clogged, cutting down blood flow. Next, cold feet or hands. Chronically, cold toes or fingers may signal poor circulation caused by narrowed arteries. For men, erectile dysfunction might surprise you, but it can be an early sign of clogged arteries. The arteries in the groin are smaller, so symptoms can show up here years before heart issues. Fourth, slow healing of cuts or wounds, especially on the legs. Poor circulation means less oxygen getting to your tissues. Even small wounds may take longer to heal. This is especially concerning for people with diabetes or high blood pressure. Finally, jaw, neck, or back discomfort. Not all blocked arteries show up as chest pain. Sometimes pain or tightness in the jaw, shoulder, or upper back during activity could also mean your heart isn't getting enough oxygen. So, what should you do if you notice any of these warning signs? Here's your action plan. First, schedule a checkup. Ask your doctor for blood tests, a blood pressure check, and maybe a calcium score CT scan to check your arteries. Second, start lifestyle changes right away. Even without a diagnosis, improve your artery health with a heart-healthy diet. Think leafy greens, berries, oats, fish, and healthy fats. Get exercise. Aim for 30 minutes of walking most days. Manage your stress, sleep, and hydration. Third, track your progress. Keep a journal of your symptoms, your heart rate during activity, and your blood pressure if you can. Now here's a bonus: foods that naturally support clean arteries. Add these to your daily meals. Beets, garlic, leafy greens, berries, salmon and mackerel, a little dark chocolate, and nuts like almonds and walnuts. Your body is wise. It gives you signals long before disease strikes. The key is learning how to listen. Take the stare test. Tune into your energy. Notice what your legs, chest, and breath are telling you. You don't need fear. You need awareness and action. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to Live Healthy every day. Your heart deserves your attention, and your life depends on it.
Let's go a little deeper, because sometimes the biggest danger isn't just what we see, it's what we overlook. Most people associate clogged arteries with obvious risk factors like junk food, smoking, and lack of exercise. But there are hidden causes that silently accelerate artery damage without us realizing it. Here are a few surprising factors that could be putting your arteries at risk. First, chronic inflammation. Inflammation is your body's natural response to injury or infection. But when inflammation becomes chronic, due to poor diet, stress, or hidden infections, it begins to damage the lining of your arteries. This damaged lining becomes sticky, allowing cholesterol to build up and harden into plaque. Over time, this leads to blockages. Tip: incorporate anti-inflammatory foods like turmeric, ginger, olive oil, and leafy greens. Avoid ultra-processed snacks, sodas, and refined oils. Next up, poor sleep quality. You may not think of sleep as a heart health factor, but studies show that people who sleep less than 6 hours per night are at a higher risk of developing high blood pressure and arterial plaque. During deep sleep, your body repairs damaged vessels and balances stress hormones. Without enough rest, your arteries stay inflamed and constricted. Tip: aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. Create a dark, quiet, and screen-free environment at least 30 minutes before bed. And here's another: high blood sugar, even if you're not diabetic. You don't have to be diagnosed with diabetes to have dangerous blood sugar levels. Many people walk around with pre-diabetes or insulin resistance, which slowly erodes the walls of their arteries. This leads to more plaque, more inflammation, and greater risk. Tip: reduce added sugars, white bread, and sugary drinks. Eat more fiber-rich foods to stabilize blood sugar. Let me tell you a real-life example that might hit home. John was 52. He didn't smoke, wasn't overweight, and walked his dog every morning. But he also worked 12 hours a day, slept only 5 hours a night, and often grabbed fast food because of his busy schedule. One day, he noticed that he felt unusually breathless after climbing the stairs. He brushed it off as just getting older. 2 months later, he had a mild heart attack. Doctors discovered that 3 of his arteries were more than 70% blocked. The early sign, breathlessness on stairs, had been his body's alarm bell. He now shares his story to remind others: if you feel something isn't right, don't ignore it. That shortness of breath might just save your life. Remember, health is not just about avoiding disease, it's about actively building strength, awareness, and resilience. You don't need to wait for a diagnosis. You don't need to be a doctor. You just need to pay attention, take small steps, and make your health a daily habit. Because every breath, every heartbeat, every step you take is a chance to protect the life you love. If this message inspired you, let others know. Comment below with a "if you're committed to checking in with your health this week." And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Live Healthy every day, because your health journey is